Alright everyone, so we back in. So I took a trip down to the T-Mobile store and it's official. I made my decision. I want to thank everybody for the recommendations, but as y'all can see, with the box in front of you guys, I decided to go with the LG G6. Now, you guys may be wondering, oh, why the G6, man? And to be honest with you guys, although I could have afforded the S8, I could have afforded the SE, I pretty much could have afforded anything that I suggested, it really came down to price. I really couldn't see myself paying that full $750 price tag for the S8. The SE was kind of small. I mean, I'm coming from a Moto X Pure Edition. So really it came down to the SE or the LG G6. And then I started thinking, what features would it be nice to have that I never had before? And then I'm like, wireless charging and waterproofing. So I'm like, okay, the SE doesn't have that. So obviously it came down to the G6. And now, so I went with the G6, y'all. But that being said, I'm going to really test this vigorously because my last two LG devices, some really solid devices that I really loved on this channel, did not survive at all. And it was by no fault of my own. My Nexus 4, one day it just had a random crack, decided not to work anymore. And you guys know that was the phone that I was using to flash custom ROMs to give y'all ROM reviews and ROM tutorials. And with the death of that, I really didn't feel like picking up another Nexus 4 or a Nexus device. Then later on down the line, I actually picked up a Nexus 5X. And one day, that device just decided to not work. And as y'all will see or seen if you have checked out those videos on the Nexus 5X, I actually sent that in for multiple repairs before I finally got fed up with it and decided to let it go. So that being said, that was my history with LG products that I've had for long periods of time. So that being said, that made me very skeptical about picking up the LG G6, but I decided to pull the trigger on it. So this is what I brought in, and I'm going to test it vigorously to make sure it lasts. I actually got a case coming in, I got a wireless charger coming in, and a few things that people have requested that I take a look at on the channel. So I just wanted to give y'all that quick little backstory. And also, I want to send a big thank you out to the people at the T-Mobile store. I was literally in and out and on my way in about a minute and 30 seconds if I had to put a time to it. They was actually very helpful and very expedient. So kudos, guys, and I really appreciate you guys hooking me up at the last minute because I literally walked through the door with 3 minutes to closing time, and I was literally in and out before it even hit 6 o'clock. So very good job, guys, at T-Mobile, guys and gals. Gotta incorporate everybody. It was awesome, and I had a really, really solid experience. So that being said, let's get into this. Now, it was already cracked at the store, so they could set up the SIM and get everything going. But I reboxed it so I could bring it to you guys. Now, I have been using it for about 4 hours. So these are some serious first impressions. It's only been 4 hours of actual use. But let's get into the box. So y'all can see the device right there. Always on display. And I must say, that's a pretty cool feature. It almost reminds me of the Moto display. But the difference with the Moto display is that only comes on when it senses motion or you do the gesture swipe across the sensors. It's pretty cool to have something that's always on. So let's rest the device down, go through everything else that's in the back. So we got our quick starter guide, our IMEI materials, Let me get that out of here. I don't want you guys to see that. Then we have the wall brick, the quick charger, and it's supposed to have quick charge 3.0 incorporated in it. And it is a USB Type-C cable. And then we have our SIM ejection tool. So that's pretty much it for everything that came in the box. Real straightforward, real simple, nothing to it. So get that out the way, because although you guys, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of unboxings on the web. Some people, when they click on these videos, it's their very first time even seeing or hearing about the device. So had to get that out the way real quick. Throw this off to the side. So now, let me just give y'all a quick walk around the device, and then I'm going to give y'all my first impressions after using it for about 4 hours. So let's start at the bottom. You can see you got a mic right there. Got your USB Type-C. Then you got your speaker grill. I'm already bummed out that it's a bottom firing speaker grill and not mounted on the front, coming straight at you. But it is what it is. A lot of these flagships nowadays, they don't have the front firing grills. They have it bottom firing, coming right at you, or it's still mounted on the back. Across the side here, you got your SIM slot and your micro SD card slot. And a little side note, that is very easy to eject, but the tray itself is very, very flimsy, guys. If I can get out the word, it's very, very flimsy. So you guys be careful when you put in your micro SD card or you put in your SIM card. And it does take a nano SIM. Alright, then up top here, you got your 3.5mm headphone jack, another microphone, and your antenna bands. Across this side, you got your volume up and down buttons, which also have multi-function functionality. I said personality, I'm tripping already. With functions in the software. Then on the back here, you got your dual 13 megapixel cameras with LED flash and your fingerprint sensor, which also doubles as your power button. Then up front, you have your, I want to say it's 5 megapixel camera. You got your receiver grill right there. Then you got your 5.7 inch quad HD display. And I gotta tell you guys, it looks really, really good. And you can see your always on display right there. So, real quick walk around for you guys. Real quick. Make it real quick and simple for you guys. Now, I just want to talk to you guys real quick about my first impressions. But before I get into that, I know some people would like to see just what the storage looks like out of the box. Now, I did put a 64GB card in here, and I am bummed out again because you cannot use your SD card as internal storage. I can only format it as portable storage, so kind of bummed out there. But that's nothing new with LG devices. That happened on the G Stylo. That happened on what was it? I didn't have some micro SD cards on the Nexus 4 or the 5X. But pretty much every LG device that I played with, and I played with a bunch. I played with the Stylo 2, played with the Stylo 3. You guys may see that on the channel. I played with the G Stylo. And pretty much you can't really format those micro SD cards as internal storage, so I was kind of bummed out to see that LG got rid of that feature. But you can see out of the box, I have not installed anything. I've just signed into my Google account and, you know, got service going, and you can see it right there. I'm getting 4G LTE right there. Out of the box, it's using 11.13 gigabytes out of 32 gigabytes. So y'all can see that right there. And that's pretty much it. Now, I have changed it to list view. Out of the box, it comes in this tab view. So everything's broken down into tabs. And I find that to be really cumbersome. So I switched it to the list view. Pretty much, that's all that I've really done, other than signing into my Gmail account and syncing my contacts across. And then, I also want to show y'all the bloatware or pre-installed apps that come on the device. So this is a T-Mobile model. Picked it up from T-Mobile, and this is all of the T-Mobile apps that come installed. Now, a few of these things I don't use, but the two things I do use are there. The My T-Mobile app and the visual voicemail. And then you have your Essentials folder there. Then you got your Management folder with the LG Switch app. This is supposed to be able to let you switch your data and things from one device to another, but I probably won't use that. Then you got your Square camera app, Facebook, settings, LG Smart World, so you can get your themes and stuff. And then you got your Google folder. Now, out of the box, Play Store comes on the home screen, not in a folder. I just moved that to a folder. That's pretty much all I've done. Now, what's also interesting is the fact that LG decided to go without an app drawer out of the box. So you really have your pages of apps, and as they install, it'll just end up on the home screen. Now, if you want a more traditional approach, all you really have to do is go into the home screen settings and select home screen, select home, and you have your easy home screen, and you have your home screen with app drawer. Now, being as I want to use this as LG intended it, I'm going to leave it without the app drawer, and when I do the full review, I'm really going to give y'all my opinions on how I feel about it, how I feel LG incorporated everything, how smooth it is, how the performance is, all that good stuff. Now that I covered that, let me just talk about my real quick first impressions of it. As you can see, it's still asking me to do updates and fix stuff, because really all I did was put stuff in and make sure it worked, and then I decided to pack it back up and shoot this video for you guys. So, real quick first impressions, and you can see you still got all of your LG features there. You got your double tap, your knock on, all that good stuff. Real quick first impressions, guys. Now, as I've said, I've been using it for about 4 hours, and I gotta tell you guys, it feels good in the hands. Without a case. Now, originally when I was in the store messing around with it before I decided to pick it up, I was thinking, man, glass front, glass back, oh, it's going to be a slippery beast. And really it is, but it's manageable. And it actually feels really good in the hands. It's got a nice weight to it. It's not too light. It's not too heavy. It's cool. Now, as I've said, I've been using it for 4 hours. And I've taken a few phone calls. And I gotta say, initial impressions of the built-in receiver are pretty good. Calls were nice, crisp, clear, and loud. And, you know, the internal receiver was loud as well. And I didn't have any problems with reception. And I got 4G LTE, no problem. And as you can see, I still have it right there. So, all in all, my initial impressions with the LG G6 are quite good. Quite good indeed. So, that being said, guys, I just wanted to give y'all that quick unboxing, walkthrough, and first impressions. Let you guys know everything that comes on the device out the box, and let you guys know how my initial first impressions of this LG G6 were using it for about 4 hours. So that pretty much covers it. I think LG really did a good job with this one. Now, have they got rid of some of my skepticism? No. It's going to take some really, really long testing to see if I can really put some confidence back at LG again. So, I'm going to do my traditional review. Well, can't really call it traditional. I'm not that old on YouTube yet. I have been doing the YouTube thing for a while, but I'm not that old yet, so I can't call it traditional. But I will be doing a regular 2-week review, 2 to 2.5 weeks, and I will be doing follow-up videos at the 1-month mark, and the 2-month mark, and the 3-month mark, because the Nexus 5X, it pretty much conked out at about the 3-month mark, and the Nexus 4, that one pretty much cracked out at about, I want to say, the 1.5 to 2-month mark. Keep in mind again, both those devices broke at no fault of my own. They were never dropped. Nothing bad ever happened to them. They just conked out. They just decided it was their time to go. So that really put a damper on how I feel about LG as a company and going through their repair process, especially with LG. It was expedient, but a lot of that stuff left more to be desired. Again, check out my videos on the Nexus 4 and the Nexus 5X. If y'all want to see how my experiences went with those, y'all can find those on YouTube. And anyways, as I've said, guys, this pretty much concludes my unboxing and first impressions of the LG G6. The full review will be out in about 2 weeks to 2.5 weeks. And I'll let you guys know everything about this device right here, and let you guys know my honest and straightforward opinions on it. I hope everyone has a great evening. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. I'm going to set this guy up with all my apps. Again, I do have wireless chargers coming in. I got a case coming in. I got some speakers that people wanted me to take a look at. And I got some power banks coming in. So I got a ton of stuff coming into the channel. And yeah. Also, I'm going to let you guys know how I feel about the T-Mobile Jump program and the T-Mobile equipment installment plan. I'm going to let y'all know about those at the 2-month mark and the 3-month mark, because I did pick this up on an installment plan. So I'm going to let y'all know exactly how that works. Might even do a separate video on that. So, yeah. We're going to really tear through the G6 and give y'all my honest opinions, as well as my opinions on T-Mobile and how their plans work and how things are set up. So we're really going to cover everything with the G6 and T-Mobile as a whole. So tons of videos coming, guys. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Ooh, I can't even say quick because it got mighty long. I hope y'all enjoyed this quick unboxing, first impressions video, and, you know, a little bit of an update as to what's going to be coming on the channel. And I will catch you guys in my next video. I hope everyone has a great evening. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace, guys.